Hello everyone! Sharing with you how I got my second-hand laptop. MacBook Pro 2015 13 inches. Storytime and unboxing. Around November 2022. I was planning on transitioning from working in BPO to a freelancer, so I was really thinking of getting my own equipment. Of course, the first one that I have to secure is getting my own laptop. At first, I was checking prices in Shopee, Lazada, and Facebook Marketplace. I was aiming for an i5 processor with at least 156 SSD. I checked on shopping platforms at first. Though they are new, however, they are just too expensive and way beyond my budget. At first I was checking for 25,000 to 30,000 pesos. But then my budget kept on decreasing. As the Christmas holidays was just around the corner, there was a lot of options in Shopee and Lazada, from known brands and even the not-so ones. However, the specs are just way low than what I was looking for. So I checked Facebook Marketplace, and there was a lot of good options for second-hand laptops with good specs. One page leads me to another, and I came with a lot of options. Too many, I ended up confused and had doubts. Haha. After being too meticulous with the specs, I came across with one feature that I also missed to look into: the resolution. Most of the cheaper laptops are always on 1980 by 1040p. Then I realized that the screen was not really that impressive, since I got the same with the monitors I have at work. Then I came across with MacBook laptops. Yeah, I got too ambitious, and everything just don't make any sense anymore. How can I come up with a MacBook with my allotted budget? Me from being a cheapskate to a choosy one is just too complicated for me to even think about. I checked FB again and found some, but they easily get sold out. Then I remembered, there is one thing that I missed. There is Twitter. I remembered when I was struggling looking for an available ticket on a sold-out concert of a certain pop group years ago. The Twitter folks was the one to lend a hand and help me get one. Then I looked for available MacBook Pro for sale in Twitter. I found one that was posted 2 weeks from the time I was searching for one, December 8th. I was doubtful, so I checked the profile of the seller first. Seems she had sold some photo cards and pop mercs, so I gave it a shot and shoot the seller a message, and yes, she replied. Yes. At last I'll be having my own laptop. And what's great is that it has good specs. It's not new, and though she posted that there's some noticeable chips and dents, I didn't mind that. The specs was good, at least for me. It was a MacBook Pro early 2015. i5 processor with 512 SSD for 19,000 pesos, and was still negotiable down to 17K. She mentioned that there are watermarks, some chips and dents on the side. The charger is worn out but still working. I don't know why, but it didn't matter that much, because what I'm looking for is how the laptop will perform. I don't mind how it looks as long as it works just fine. But then, there was a hesitation on the seller's part. She shared that she already asked permission from her dad to sell it, but her mom differs, stopping her to sell it to me and just have her cousin buy it instead. It saddened me, of course, but she told me that she will continue to convince her mom to still proceed, so I gave her time. And while waiting, I also did not keep my hopes up, since everything was an online transaction, and anything can happen. So I checked again in FB Marketplace and Twitter again, but nothing can beat the price and specs, so I ping her again. And I thank all the gods and goddesses. We agreed and settled finally. We agreed on its last price for 18K. Not bad for a second-hand MacBook Pro. Now came another hurdle to overcome. She can only sell it for pickup or meetup. But I'm in Cebu and she's from Manila. Good thing I have a high school friend who works in Manila and was willing to do the transaction for me. Yay! The schedule for pickup was also a struggle, since my friend works at night and the seller can only meet up after lunch. But after all the date and time negotiations, finally we agreed on one. They met up at Starbucks near Trinoma. I don't know how the seller looks like, but my friend shared that she looks young and beautiful. The transaction was fast, after she let my friend check the laptop, and just took around 5 minutes only. After bidding goodbye, my friend shipped it out for me through LBC. The struggle was real since my friend has to buy a megabox since LBC can't ship the item just with the original box. So my friend bought one at Trinoma, and after buying one, went back to the LBC store and completed the shipping process for me. We spent another 1,300 pesos to send it to me here in Cebu. Though I think the shipping was too pricey. I just want everything to finish, so I just went for it. I just can't thank my friend enough. And so the seller too for this transaction. After 4 days, I got the package and was very happy. I believe I really got lucky. And that's how I got my own laptop. Thank you for listening on how I got my own laptop. It's actually my first time to have one. And I realized that getting one for yourself doesn't need to be a new one. In these tough times, we need to be more practical. Of course, we need to be careful and need thorough research. What matters most is it gives the purpose you are looking for. Next time I'll be sharing how I came across with buying apps and tools on a much lower price. I also discovered a lot of trick and tips with using a MacBook. We'll be sharing them with you soon. That would be all. See you next time.